otherwise partly cloudy, a low around 45. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny and breezy with a high near 72. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks. Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner, focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Vershan Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740. Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershan Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershan Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Husker Hall of Famer Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
and Jake Bockoven. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Day 2. Yeah! It's us. Tuesday, Tough Talk Tuesday. Tough Talk Tuesday. Tough Talk Tuesday. It's a Tough Talk Tuesday. Yeah. It's a Tough Talk Tuesday. Yeah. At the Captain Show. Captain Show 93.7 The Ticket. I am the captain and I'm with
The Black Shirt.
And
Bach.
Powered
By
Bauer.
Infrastructure.
Bauer.
Underground.
Brand.
Excavating.
Listen, we got a Rock'em Sock'em show for you guys. We want to start it out the way we kind of finished it, but we want to start it out with none other than Coach Rule and his press conference after Saturday's practice. If you was with us yesterday, I gave my lightweight synopsis of what I thought practice looked like and what I thought about practice. But I think it's important to hear from Coach Rule and what he thought about practice. So we've got about 4 or 5 clips we're going to bring to you, and we're going to open up the conversation.
All right, here's Matt Rule. The first clip we got from him, he says, expects Nebraska to be good.
Yeah, no, I expect us to be pretty good. You know, I think we have a good team. I expect us to be good. So, that's me being like right down the middle. I'm not saying we're here. I'm not saying we're here. I think we should be good. We got a good team. Got good players. Guys have been around a while. We return a quarterback, who's played. We got, a bunch of guys who played. The first 2 years have been a lot of work. And a lot of work, not by me, by a lot of people. And I think a lot of that work has come into fruition. Like the amount of things that we're having to do are less and less and less. We have areas that we have to improve upon. We have areas, and when I say improve upon, we have a lot of young players. I have to see how they play. But I think we're doing a really nice job. I think the players are doing a really nice job. So it's about where I thought it should be. It's where it should be, and it's about where I thought it would be.
Where should it be? Is the question. Where?
That's a great question.
Where should it be?
It's a great question. Where should it be? Where should it be? Right now, where should we be? Where is that?
We should be able to come out of huddle without, fearing that mistakes. I mean, some of these guys
they play clean for the most part. They play clean.
We understand that, but that's you versus you. I want to see how it goes. You versus me, or you versus someone else. But I mean, talk is going to be talk for spring ball because you're practicing against yourself. I mean, you're going to look good. I mean, somebody has to have the ups on somebody. So if offense has the ups on defense, they should, because defense is the concern spot of this team right now. For me.
I mean, you got transfer portals open again, right?
Well, how many more good players?
Because you just was talking about the defensive line. Let's get back to the defensive line, the tackles, especially in those.
Yeah.
Elijah Judy.
Well, when you read that depth chart out for spring, I'm not saying he's not a good player, but he doesn't have a body type for me to be a starter. And that's Elijah Judy. He's like you say, he's heavy at the bottom, but it's hard for me seeing if he can do what Ty Robinson or Nash did last year. Mm. And that's coming from the heart, because them are big boys.
Yeah.
And, he's a medium-sized tackle, he's probably a good third down, probably D tackle, because you want to go with speed. Mm. But holding your own against Michigan,
doubles,
Ohio State doubles,
combo blocks,
combos, block downs, all the pulling guards. Only time will tell if that's the guy you want to go with, though.
Bach, where are we in your eyes?
I think it's a team that's improving. Hopefully, we said yesterday or last year they don't want to be celebrating winning 6 games again. This is the year under Matt Rule that typically has been that jump, and you've got a lot of really good assists. I mean, they've built a really good coaching staff here, so hopefully that should kind of rise it up. Like you said, you got a returning quarterback. in a lot of different pieces there. The one, again, the concern there would be the consistency and continuity of the coaching staff. It's a good coaching staff, a lot of new pieces here, but and at some point that should be the goal, right? Is we saw that with Nick Saban. Your staff, if you do well, is going to get picked apart, and then it's on you to replace those guys. But that would be my one, concern is usually if you're going to be hitting at full stride, usually you're going to have not be necessarily having a new offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and special teams coordinator all at the same time. But it is time to take that jump. So we'll see if he. What I wanted to hear from him is where he feels like they are where he expected them to be, because he should know what that third year looks like at Baylor, at Temple. And if Nebraska's on pace for that, then you could see, what Nebraska fans want to see, a 9-10 win season upcoming.
Practice looks different. I will say that. It looks different. Just a pinch. It looks a little crisper. Looks like guys know where they're going, and it looks like they're doing it on a hop. So I think when Coach says that, and I'm not speaking for Coach, I think he's speaking for himself, but I do see something different there. There's a different mentality there. And with having Dylan Raiola coming back for a second year, and it can only improve. If it doesn't, we'll talk about that later. All right, let's get clip number 2.
All right, let's move on to, he says, not my program, our program here, as he breaks down what practice looks like.
Well, it's not my program anymore. That's the great news. For the first year, it's kind of my program as I'm trying to teach it. I mean, I think people, as they're out there at practice, they see a much different version of me, much more serene me maybe, because we have so many elite people in so many areas running the practices, right? Like I was telling Eck out there today, like I'm a little bored sometimes because, I'm not going to go coach the O-line over Donnie. I'm not going to run the offense over Dana. I'm not going to tell the receivers how to do something because DeKeel's so good. I'm not going to go to the special. Eckler's running the special teams at a high level defense. So we have so many good people. So I think it's our program now, which is really a cool thing, especially with the players. I mean, the players are doing such a good job of coaching each other. I think when a new player comes in, I think you just have to. I think the first thing is. Just kind of learning the culture. I mean, we talk about our process. We say first you have to learn it, then you start to live it, and then eventually you defend it, right? Where, instead of coming in having a bunch of, sometimes we go into something new, we have a bunch of suggestions. Just come in and learn it, learn how we do everything, right? And then after you've done that, you start to live it out. Then, hey, what about this? What about that? And I'll give a real credit to like Rocco, Dane. Some of these guys have come from, really successful careers and really successful programs. And Rocco, Rocco just, played for a national championship, coming from a great program. And he hasn't come in and said, well, we should do this, and this. He's come in and just kind of adapted. If he has a question, he'll say, hey, coach, you want me to do this? Can you tell me why you want me to do this? Which I love. And then when he does have, hey, what about this? It's great. It gives great feedback. So I think the best thing you can do when you come in somewhere new is just learn. I tell our young coaches a story. Like when I went to the Giants as an assistant coach, and you might not believe this, but I'm a very opinionated person. I have a lot of ideas. I first went to the Giants. I was like, and I'd worked with, some of the people there before. I was like, you know what? I'm going to not say a word for the first 6 months. I mean, they could be sitting in a meeting and they could be talking about something that I knew the answer to 100 times. And I was just going to sit there and keep my mouth shut. And then after about 6 months, I was like, okay, now for the next 2 months, or whatever it was, I'm going to only speak when spoken to and answer questions if I know, and I think it's really important so that you don't come in and be someone that when you talk, everyone's annoyed with. And then after I had kind of earned my stripes, and if I had something to say, I said it. And I've liked that approach from all the staff coming in. I've liked that approach from all the players coming in. They've all done a really nice job of just, hey, how do we do this? How do we do that? And then, they add a lot of value now.
Well, the way I see it from a player stand view is like the time when I transferred. You don't run to coaches and ask what to do. You fall in love. You fall in line with the older players and you learn from them. I never met the coaches until probably fall ball got to start. I was here 2 months before that. So I didn't meet with Coach Bowl. I didn't meet with Coach McBride. I didn't meet with the special team coach. I did. I fell in line with what the players was doing. They worked out in the afternoon. I worked out in the afternoon. They went to go past 7:07. I just hop right in there. And so that's the culture you want when you can hop right in and try to fit in with the guys, because realistic guys do help you on this team. Even a guy you're fighting with for a roster spot or even for a position, that guy will help you. So if this team is a well-built, well-oiled machine, can they run practice, not run practice by themselves? Can they go to the huddle and wait for the play, or are they going to be looking back? Can they say when defense on the ball, they know to be out there? This is the small things that they have to accomplish first to take that leap to be a Giant. And Coach Rule has done a great job with aligning himself with great coaches in the last 6 months. You got Coach Eckler. You got the defensive coordinator. You got the offensive coordinator. You have the defensive back coach. You have the defensive line coach from Kansas City. Now you have your, how might I say, your knights for the chess. You have your knights out there. So now you just you got to keep going. You got to keep going better. Like the team we played on, VJ, we're way different than these modern day footballs, because we knew what we was doing out there. The coaches didn't have to tell us. They just said, hey, line up. First defense, first offense. That's the only thing we listen for. We don't listen for, we're going to go to this station. No, we're going to wait. First offense versus second defense, Then we run out there, and that's how we do it. So Coach Rule is doing an excellent job, what I say, with coaches-wise and coaching the kids up. It's just a matter of time before the players click as a group.
I just think it's got to be the players. The players have got to click now. It ain't, you can't point any more fingers. The jumping off sides, that's a player thing, right? The holding, player thing. A lot of the mistakes that are made out on the football field is a player thing. When you should throw it away and you take a sack, that's a player thing. So it's time out when players missing tackles. That's a player thing. It ain't coaching at that point. Okay. Do coaches have to put them in position to win? Yes. When does it become a coaching thing? To me, it becomes a coaching thing when you're first and goal from the 3 and you put the ball up in the air 2 or 3 times and get an interception. That's coaching. Because that means you didn't have enough wherewithal to be able to line up and kick somebody in the mouth and score a touchdown. So I think when I say I listen to Coach Rule and he says our team, I still think it's Coach Rule's team. At the end of the day, the kid from Kentucky, he knows whose team it is, right? When you make a mistake, you'll know whose team it is real quick. But I think when you are the boss of the team, your mentality has to be infectious over everybody that works for you, meaning all those coaches have to be loyal to you and they all have to be thinking the way you do. And I just think that, like I said, it seems like there's more camaraderie about them. And it seems like, to me, that's a different football team than last year. That's a different team. It's not the same team. Now, what they do opening day against Cincinnati, we all going to be shocked because we really don't know what they're going to do through spring. You can go to practice all you want to. Until we go against someone else, as Terrell said, you're not going to know. You're not going to know. Mark Davis, I'm on the radio, sir. So I'm in agreement. We got a couple more, but before I want to ask you two guys. Did you want to take a gander at that one, Bob?
No, I just thought it was kind of interesting to say, that story he had about if he knew the answer and not saying it right the first 6 months. Like, I get the point, but at the same time, it might be helpful. You kind of balance that as the new guy, right? Where you don't want to step on anybody's foot, but at the same time, be what you can be to help. What they hired you for was for these coaches, some of your knowledge and what you can to move it forward. And so I think that story, I wouldn't take it too literally. Obviously, these guys knew, the Bradens, the D Shorts, they're out there coaching. They're not, they're not being quite in their role. That was a different role that he was talking about. But so it's just kind of interesting to see all these different experiences, and more now so than ever in college football. So many different. It's always been different backgrounds and people come from different places. But now those people that went come from different places have already been to other different places and maybe several other different places. And so it's just mixing all those experiences in to get the best result. And it sounds like they're like you said, it's not my program anymore. It's our program. That it just feels like they're coming more together. And I think that win in the Pinstripe Bowl, you talk about something kind of just having a little bit more giddy in your step, is being able to have a winning team. Just feeling like things are heading in the right direction and have proof to point toward. Now, it wasn't the most overwhelming great season. Obviously, the end of the season had its own problems toward the end, I should say. But, you won 2 of the last 3. You ended the season on a good note. And now I think that probably is rather partially why they feel like some confidence behind just, we're heading the right way. It's one thing to say we're heading the right way, but with nothing to prove it. It's another to actually be able to show, hey, we're heading the right way.
There's so many little things that they did wrong the last few years that if they clean those little things up, take special teams, clean up special teams. Let's get some returns. Clean that up. See, you clean up the little things. Remember, we're chasing what? 3 one-score games. It's the little things. Special teams, not putting the ball on the ground, not turning the ball over, and tackle. Those little things. Okay, so I got a question. It was a question for me, but I don't know. I might be biased. I think Coach Brown answered this, but I'll ask it anyway. 04009 says this. VJ, I know Terrell and others on the ticket radio, like Amon, Jay, Steve Taylor, ranked pretty high in their position groups as some of the best ever. I'm just curious, where would you rank yourself amongst the Husker tight end greats?
Can't ask yourself. You have to ask me and Bob.
Big Red forever. That's why I said I'm asking. I'm asking y'all. You can. I mean, it's all good. I don't mind being ranked. I don't care where I'm at, but I'm somewhere in there. You say top? Do I make the top 10?
No.
What? Oh man!
I thought you didn't mind not being
My
ranked.
heart hurts.
Uh-oh.
He told me no.
No.
Name 10 tight ends better than me. Go.
10.
10. Name them.
10.
Name them.
10.
You can't. Name them.
Well, statistically, you wouldn't argue that.
Yeah, statistically, you can't go with tight ends with statistics.
I'm not talking about statistics.
I'd say top 50.
You out of your mind. You are out of your mind.
Probably lower half.
You along with Eric. You guys are out of your mind. Trust me on this one. I wouldn't be on the radio if that was the case. Trust that.
You just got a good voice.
No, you ain't got a good voice.
You can talk.
That's what it was.
Your car salesman.
Everybody wants to take a shot at a guy. Nobody wants to say that was a former team captain. Like that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Obviously, it do. You're here now. Captains put people.
Being a team captain would not make me rank you in the top 10.
I didn't say that did.
It won't.
I didn't say that did.
Bob, I want you to go first. Bob, you take the chance. Bob, you go first.
You go.
Since he don't like what I say, because I don't like what he says sometimes, Bob.
You can't even give me 10. Name 10. I can name 5 for sure. Name 10. You said 10.
Carter.
Who?
Ethan Carter?
Ethan Carter, Tracy Armstrong.
Who is Tracy Armstrong?
Tracy Winstrom, Vokalek.
Tracy Winstrom. I love Tracy Winstrom as a tight end. I ain't gonna lie.
Gilman.
Mark Gilman.
Johnny Mitchell.
Okay, that's a given.
The other one, who's the other number 1 guy?
Come on, man.
That played tight end in the league. What's his name?
He's having a hard time getting to 10.
No, I'm not.
That ain't 10.
Who?
That's not 10 what you just said.
Who's the one that just left, Bob?
Thomas Fedoni.
Thomas Fedoni?
Are you kidding me right now?
Yeah.
Wait a second. Did Fedoni make all big anything Big 10? Not that. Listen, I love Fedoni as a tight end, but we're talking complete tight end now, right? Right? What's more important for a tight end, to block or to catch balls?
It depends what kind of offense you're in.
It don't matter what kind of offense you're in. It doesn't matter.
Well, it does matter quite a bit because blocking was a lot more important than the option offense, right? Matt Herring, yeah. Especially pre-injury Matt Herring.
Say that again. Especially what?
Pre-injury Matt
There
Herring.
you go.
Fantastic.
Pre-injury Matt Herring. And I love Matt Herring too.
All right, but
I probably can name 10. You can, on the other hand. You can't name 10. Who is Josh Mueller? Who is that?
I remember Josh Mueller. Was he on the somebody's name out there?
Anthony said Matt Herring and Josh Mueller. Who is Josh Mueller? I don't remember Josh Mueller. Come on, give me another one. Look at it. He trying to find it. He trying to look it up. Go ahead,
no,
Chief.
I'm just
It's cool.
They already have a list.
Matter of fact, we'll give you time to do it. We'll be right back. 93.7 The Ticket, Captain Show.
Your new Total Wine in Lincoln has the largest selection of wines, spirits, and beers, plus totally low prices and friendly service from our helpful guides. With over 8,000 wines, 4,500 spirits, and 2,500 beers, you're sure to find your favorites and something new. You can even order delivery, in-store, or curbside pickup. Find what you love what you find, only at Total Wine and More. Now open in Lincoln next to Gateway Mall.
Drink responsibly, B21.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy with the high around 64. Tonight, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly cloudy, a low around 45. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny and breezy with the high near 72. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clicker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall-to-Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Vershan Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red.
This is Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Must have valid event ticket to enter pit party. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena April 18th through 19th.
At Parkview Animal Hospital in Lincoln, it's not just their professional care that sets them apart, but their warm staff and state-of-the-art facilities. Whether it's for a routine checkup or a comprehensive medical procedure, at Parkview, your pet isn't just another number, but a valued member of their caring family. Visit them at PAHLincoln.com today and in person just south of 14th and Pine Lake Road. Parkview Animal Hospital, your pet, their passion for happier, healthier, furry friends.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, We know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner, focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. Back with Vershan Jackson, powered by Bauer. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
They still trying to come up with 10 more tight ends. I guess they put me down in the 20s now, I guess. I don't know.
That's a good one.
That's 04, 09. Great question. That's a great question. You got these guys around here at the radio station. All right. Hold on. Don't all right me. Hold up. Let me go to him. Let me put VJ shot 2 years ago. Matt Herron, Jack Stoll, Austin Allen, Travis Vokalek. This let you know they don't. You 0554. You don't know what you're talking about. Mike McNeil, who wasn't never a blocker. Niles Paul never played tight end at Nebraska. Played receiver. Okay, Junior Miller, I give you that. Johnny Mitchell, of course. Ethan Carter, I would even give you him. Kyler Reed, perfect. That's 4. Let's keep going.
Sheldon Jackson.
I'll put Sheldon in front of me because Sheldon was a better pass catcher, not a better blocker, though.
Eric Alford.
I like Eric Alford.
Yeah, he was pretty good.
He was pretty damn good. But you got, again, I'm not here to try to say where I'm at because
I'll give you.
No, I'm not here to try to say where I'm at because you got to think. I'm a converted running back that was, when I got here, got converted to fullback. And then they said, you could either run the Pine or you could help us at tight end. And I was an overachiever at 6 foot, 240 pounds to be able to play tight end. And I'm not saying I was the best. I don't know if I'm in the top 20. Don't care. Guess what? Not near one of them people's record that you named is even close to better than mine. Neither is yours,
so
by the way.
When I look up...
I only lost 2 games, VJ.
No, you lost more than 2.
How?
You lost more than 2.
How?
What do you mean how?
When
the games that you wasn't there, you still lost.
That was 2.
What do you mean?
What do you mean I lost more than you? 25-2. I mean, I'm 22.
I know, but you only played a year and a half. That don't count.
So there are 16 tight ends
3-year
in
minimum.
Nebraska history that have been drafted. And then if you look on Wikipedia, they have other notable undrafted players. And I look at tight ends. They got several of them. They got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
take a shot.
tight ends. Other notable tight ends, 7 of them, and you're not in there.
So what? I went free agent. Now that's just that must be a glitch in the matrix because I know I went to Seattle Seahawks. I got my money.
I put you
little change they gave me.
I put you between 15 and 20.
All right,
that's good.
All right, hey buddy,
this is 100-year. We're not talking about a university that's 5 years old. We're talking about over 100 years of players.
Listen, I'm happy about wherever I'm at on the totem pole. Okay, because at the end of the day, I can say that I played tight end at Nebraska. That's all, and everybody looks at me the same way. Like what? Because they can't believe that a little guy like me could play tight end at the University of Nebraska in the height of Nebraska's career. In the height. So say what you want, but if you go turn those games on, from 1995, Kansas game when I started playing, from 1995 to 1997, Vershan Jackson was in the game probably 70, 80% of the times that we scored touchdowns on the ground. Maybe 50. Maybe I'm exaggerating.
So you want your stats?
Yeah, please, by all means, you're gonna give me my receiving stats.
Well,
Go ahead.
Even game started. So 95.
Yep.
He had 2 receptions for 13 yards and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't start a game, but he played in 11.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold up a second. Didn't start a game, but played in 11. Go ahead.
Yep.
Go ahead.
1996, he started a game, played in 12. 13 catches, 220 yards, 4 touchdowns.
That was when I was honorable mention. I got some contacts finally.
Oh, that was then?
Yeah, I finally got some contacts where I could see, and I started handling business. And then going into my senior year, my mom passed, and that was a tough one. I dropped more balls than I caught.
Yeah, senior year, started half the game, 6 out of 12, 4 receptions for 72 yards.
Yep.
And don't forget about your 3 rushes for 12 yards in 1994.
Yeah, well,
and
still
2 tackles in 1996.
So what they don't give you stats on is knockdowns, cuts,
pancakes,
stones, pancakes. They don't give you those stats, do they? Because see, that's what makes the game. What's wrong with even Nebraska football is you don't have enforcers on the offensive line, on the offense in general. Guess how many we had? The entire offensive line was enforcers. You know, guess who else was an enforcer, Bob? You want to know?
Who's that?
The fullback was an enforcer. Yeah. Guess who else was an enforcer? You want to know?
Who's that?
The tight ends were enforcers. Okay? So unless you get some guys that can block on the edge, that will sacrifice their body, that's not afraid to stick their nose in there, it ain't going to matter. You're not going to be able to run on the edge. Why you think Nebraska hasn't been able to run on the edge all these years? Have you ever thought about that? You ever thought about why you ain't seen a pitch? You ever thought about why you ain't seen a sweep? A counter sweep? A counter trap? Now, they did some of it last year, but have you ever thought about that?
I long for the days. I remember when I was younger and during your guys' playing time, that you would have the stats of pancakes. It would be something somewhere along the line. They just dropped that, and since then, I don't think the offensive line has been. I don't know if it's correlating or part of it, but they haven't been as good.
Enough with the talk, Bach. What's your ranking, Bach?
What'd you say originally?
Give it to him.
I'll go top 50.
50?
Top 50?
Top 50.
50? Bach, did you say 50?
You said you wouldn't be offended by any ranking.
I'm not.
25 to 50, Bach.
Well, just like Terrell said,
This is
50. This is 100 years of a major college football program.
Okay. So what all goes into that?
Thomas, hey,
what all goes into that then?
Banderas?
Bando was great. Bando was great.
I put you probably about 1920.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Top 20 all time at a school ain't bad.
Yeah.
When I didn't play the position. I had to learn it. I had to learn how to play tight end. I had to learn how to block. I had to block Trev Alberts and Dwayne Harris, Dante Jones. I had to block these dudes every day in practice, every single day. And anybody that tells you that scout team is beneath you, they lying to you. Scout team makes you. Scout team makes you who you are.
Yeah.
That's what made me.
Gus Mohawk. It's funny, both the black shirt and VJ are really, really, really small for their position. Little guys. I played linebacker since my sophomore year in high school. I mean, I'm as far as I'm concerned, I am a linebacker. I mean, I don't care about.
I'm not a tight end. I don't. What do they say? I don't assimilate. What's the word I'm looking for with being a tight end? I do because I love it, but I don't. I'm a running back in heart. That's who I am. But again, when you have Lawrence Phillips, he retired a lot of people from their dreams of being running back at the University of Nebraska, and I can name a ton. So for me to have to go from that to that, learn how to block from that perspective, learn how to block on the move, bring the plays in. Who you thought brought the plays in? Identify. Thank you. Thank you, Corey. So I identify with running backs. I don't identify with tight ends. But anyway, who you thought brought the plays in? Huh?
I've heard you brought the plays in before.
Who you think they ran over there and was like, hey, Coach Osborne, be looking me in the face. 47 dive pass 2 to lay flat on 2. So it was my job to run the play in right.
I stood in the front of the huddle. I mean,
You didn't make no calls.
Yeah, so
you didn't make not one call.
But I stood in the front.
You didn't make a call.
I was chosen to stand in the front.
You didn't make
Everybody
one
else was
call.
taller. Everybody else was taller than me. So
Coach that's what it was.
Yeah, I give him top 25, Bob. Top 25. I can give him top 25.
Okay, I'll take it.
Well, again, I think you
50. I'm insulted, Bob.
Oh,
I'm
you are insulted.
Yeah, just on the surface, not below.
I think
because there might be 25 other guys that played the position of tight end that's better than me.
Yeah, I'd have to do a real list. I don't want to say 37 when it could be 26. You know, those are big differences.
It could be 19.
Yeah. But your real argument is best blocking tight end. You know, of blocking tight end.
I would have not. I mean, when I caught the ball, I was problems. Once I caught the ball.
Well, I'm just saying based off stats. And
Yeah,
they
you
didn't
only
throw the
had
ball that
what
much.
3 steps to take to go to the end zone. What do you mean when you every ball you caught was damn near in the end zone?
Whatever, dude. You know, I was problem. They
When
put
did-
my senior. They put it.
When did you rumble? When did
I?
I see you rumble down the field for 20, 30 yards?
Huh?
When have you ever rumbled down the field for 20
Kansas
or 30
game.
yards? Kansas game.
Yeah.
Was
I
that
had
the
2
night
big
game?
catches. Yeah.
Was that the night game?
Yeah.
It was cold out there too.
It wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Career long of the score 35 yards.
35. Whoa.
Well, that's against the Cyclones.
Oh, okay.
Don't try to just be like that's against the Cyclones like that.
I'm
getting beat.
As opposed to Kansas, which you were talking
No, but what was my long?
about. Career long reception was 41. That was not
Against
a
who?
touchdown, but against Kansas.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My
41.
41.
They must have tripped
Yeah,
everybody
where
up
was
there.
you at? Where was you at?
Huh?
Where was you at?
I was on the sideline.
Yeah, you
chilling.
wasn't, obviously you weren't paying attention to the game.
Nah, I watch
That's
offense.
messed
I
up.
watch offense.
That's messed
Sometimes, you know, we have to meet and get in our huddle. Kansas was
How did we get derailed on this on me? Thanks a lot.
good. Thank you, whoever said that in. I appreciate it. We put him in his place, but
That was a great
25 for
That was
number
a great-
34.
That was a great sidebar.
Yeah.
Maybe you know what? I'm 34. I'll take 30. Number
All
34.
right, there you go.
How about
I'm not
that?
going
How
to
about
take.
I humble myself?
Yeah.
I'm the 34th best tight end ever to put the pads on
I
at
would
the
never
University
say
of
I
Nebraska.
was the number 43. No, sir. Give me
That's your problem.
single digit number.
Guess what?
Hey, look, Nash.
If I'm the number 34, but boy, ain't too many people can say they got a record like mine. 93.7 The Ticket. It's the captain. We'll be right back.
This is Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam. As big as it gets. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Must have valid event ticket to enter pit party. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena April 18th through 19th.
A lot of businesses say they're family focused, but when tough situations in life arise, the business wants anything but your best interests. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring, and they will always treat their employees like family, just as they do their customers. James Enterprise Incorporated is hiring Class A and B CDL drivers, a shop tech, and a diesel mechanic. If you're looking for a career with a company that goes above and beyond to value you and your family, apply today at jamesenterpriseinc.com or call 402-432-6740.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Are you facing a legal problem and don't know where to turn? You need trial attorneys you can trust. Liberty Law Group's experienced trial attorneys will handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Whether you have been accused of a crime, injured in an accident, or threatened with a lawsuit, you can trust that Liberty Law will be there for you. Call for a free consultation and find out how Liberty Law can protect your rights and interests. That's 877-42-LIBERTY, 877-42-LIBERTY, or visit libertylawnebraska.com. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
Thanks for letting me stay over while my apartment's getting painted.
No problem. Oh, bagels are done.
Is it supposed to rain today?
Let's find out.
Hey, an entire video screen just came out of your toaster.
There's a 70% chance of rain today.
More things should be built in, like the multiplier in Mega Millions from your Nebraska lottery. It's one of the new enhancements to the game, along with bigger jackpots and better odds.
Should I wear the blue or the green blouse?
Blue. It matches your eyes.
$5 Mega Millions top prize odds, 1 in 290 million.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy with the high around 64. Tonight, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly cloudy, a low around 45. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny and breezy with a high near 72. I'm meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. Back with Vershan Jackson. Powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
How? Thanks, Gus Mohawk, for that one. We'll give you this, VJ. You're the best tight end with goggles to ever play at the University of Nebraska, maybe the Big 12 too. I didn't play with goggles until I moved. Well, 95, I guess I kind of did, but I took them off in 95. I did.
I don't know. I seen you with them on. I ran up on you in practice like, oh my God, who is that?
Nah. Don't nobody want to hear that. I don't want to hear that stuff y'all talking about. Yeah, I am. Thank you. I appreciate that, Pac fan captain. You're a national champion. That's all that matters now. Even if I was on the bench for 5 years, that's a 5-year national championship bench player. That's better than a lot of guys can say.
I was gonna say if we just compare your winning percentage to all of college football history, you're definitely in the 0.01 percentile of winning. Yeah,
pretty doggone good, huh?
Yeah.
You and 30 of them. How many more in your class?
I think 33 of us.
Did all 33 y'all make it?
Yeah, you talking about out of? Well, I'm counting Grant and some of those guys that were freshmen, Tavy. We all came out together. So Grant, Octavius played as true freshman. There's a couple guys that played as true freshmen in that 94 class. That's I want to say 48-2. They actually have the best 4-year record.
Who?
Grant Wistrom, Octavius McFarland. You see who
they
else?
came in 90 what? 4. Did you graduate in 93 or 92?
From high school?
Yeah.
93. I came in 93.
So was you here for the Florida State?
Yes. Of course. Why are you having a brain fart on that?
I'm just saying, 93.
It just seemed like I was here a long time or something?
Well, 93 to 97.
93 to 97. 5 years.
All right. I'm just saying, I don't know. I mean, it seems like you, because you said
I'm not reading all y'all. So we can forget that. It's not take off on VJ Day. Forget that. Forget that. Not doing it. It's enough. It's Grant Winstrom with a win. It's not Winstrom. It's Winstrom. It's not Winstrom. It's Winstrom. I gave him that name, Winstrom. Now, you got a problem with it, you might want to go take that up with Mr. Grant Winstrom. But let's get back to some more Matt Rule real quick.
All right, let's get a Coach Rule here. This was Saturday. Again, here's his thoughts on the offensive line this far.
Yeah, I think the offensive line this spring has been one of our highlights. I think as people have come in and visited, especially people who've been here before, I think they see the physical growth of our guys. You know, the guys that were once 290 are now 310. And a good 310, you know, not, hey, we're just putting on a bunch of weight. They know how to practice. They know how to handle the work volume. You know, center, we have a lot of guys working there. You know, Justin's doing a really nice job when he gets reps there. You know, Sam Sledge is doing a really, really nice job. Other guys can rotate in there. You know, Jason can go there. Probably forgetting some guys, but I think overall it's been a really good group and it's fluid. You know, we're able to move guys around and to your point, you know, you have Henry's not there, Teddy's not there, Turner's not there, and Gunner's not there. Those are four guys who started a lot of games. We're definitely improving, and as like I said, it's one of the high spots right now, I'd say, for us.
You guys have.
I told you that about the offensive line. That I thought that was the best position that I saw, other than quarterback. And you only could go really 1.5 deep at quarterback. I'm putting that half being whichever backup quarterback shows the best spark at the time. One being Dylan. Other than that, your offensive line looked phenomenal. I love the running backs. Again, I think number 35, the youngster, he's a redshirt freshman. I think he's going to give us a spark that we didn't know we had out of him. And I think he'll be a great third down back, a great guy to go in and spell those two starters. Quentin Ives, I think Quentin Ives can be the dog that we need at running back when we need those yards with the big back. Gonna have to get a little bit stronger. He's got to play with more. They call him the Leaning Tower of Pizza, but or is it pizza? Which one? But my point is, he's got to get his doggone hips down and play lower because he's a taller guy. When you're a taller back, you tend to run high. I was that type of back when I got to the league. I went back to my original position, running back, fullback. And the one thing Gunther would always tell me, he was like, you're a great runner, but you run too high. And I be John Brown when I was running high, I got hit on my knee, and that was the end of my career at Kansas City for that year. So got to play with a little bit better body level, pad lean, and be a little bit more explosive when you do that. When you get your knees down, when you get your hips down, you can play more explosive. You can't play more explosive if you're playing upright. It's not going to work. That's at every position. I love Gerald Armstrong. Gerald Armstrong was definitely better. Gerald Armstrong was a technician. That's one dude that I watched him, and for somebody to get open the way he did and to catch the balls he did, you got to take your hat off. I mean, I think it was one point that he had 6 or 7 straight touchdown passes every time he caught the ball. And so you got to take your hat off to a guy like that. I think Gerald played on the other side of Johnny Mitchell. Or is that 92? It was either 92 or 91. I might.
William Washington, what year was he?
Oh, Big William was here in 92. Big Will was here. All those guys were here in that era. Matt Shaw, Gilman, they all was here in the early 90s together. And you got to think, look how long it took Gilman to play. Gilman didn't play till his last 2 years. Anywho, we got one more.
Yeah, one more here. This is you mentioned that running back there, Mekhi Nelson. Matt Rule talks a little bit about him and the benefit of redshirting as a whole.
You know, the old days of playing football, where you went somewhere and you redshirted and you got on the scout team and got your face beat in, and then eventually you learned to fight back. and then, fight back into football, and then you progressed, some people want to skip that part now. They'd rather go down a level to playing. I think there's nothing better than playing against good players. I mean, if you're Mekhi Nelson and you're running through, last year we were top 25 defense. You're running through a top 25 defense every day, and you're having explosive plays and making plays. It only makes you better. So, I think there's a lot of guys who have been through that process. And then we try to do, sometimes our twos go over and they take scout reps when we get into the season. So we try to rotate it in a unique way. I honestly think there's not a player right now that's really lagging behind. There's not a lot of players. I'm sure there's some that wish they could do better. I think a lot of our guys have been through this process. They've been with us for a couple of years. They were on the scout team. They're bigger, faster, stronger than they've ever been. And they're competitive. So the scout team, I think it's one of the best things that can ever happen to you if you want to be a great player. And you mentioned Mekhi. I think Mekhi's doing a really nice job. Quentin's been on the scout team for really 2 years waiting for his turn. I've talked about how much I feel about him. I think Dana mentioned him the other day. I think Quentin's going to be a really good player for us. So.
See? Nothing's wrong with being on a scout team.
Nothing. I started off on the scout team.
No, you just stop it.
I did.
I mean, you was on the scout team 5 minutes.
5 days.
I was on there 2 years.
Well, linebacker room was pretty thick when I got there. Jamel was a wheel too when I first started.
Whatever.
He was. He's on the picture with the wheel linebackers and the middle linebacker.
You retired him?
Well, no, he went to Sam.
Okay, strong side.
Yeah, I retired him from the weak side.
Would you rather be on the weak side or the strong side?
Weak side.
For you.
For me. For my size.
Right.
Yeah, Jamel's a little bigger than me.
Yeah, a little stronger.
Yeah.
Hit a little harder.
Nah.
Ran a little faster.
Nah, it don't matter.
All of that good stuff. Wasn't better than you, but he was close. He was close.
Close could be 1,000 feet, could be 1,500 feet.
Depending on who you asking, I might put Jamel ahead of you.
Well, that's you.
Well, maybe we should list the linebackers.
Hey, I'm cool.
So should we just go all weak side?
I'm cool with that.
Or put all the linebackers there? Yes, because you had 2 tight ends. So all Mike, Will, Sam, greatest of them all. We'll debate it when we come back.
Don't hurt yourself.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy with the high around 64. Tonight, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly cloudy, a low around 45. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny and breezy with the high near 72. I'm meteorologist Kyle Clicker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
This is Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Must have valid event ticket to enter pit party. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details. Coming to Pinnacle Bank Arena April 18th through 19th.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK. Make flying easy.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and March Madness is here, and Koppel is ready to rock and roll. We just closed the books on a tremendous February, and we're locked and loaded for a big March. True 0% APR is happening right now at Koppel on select new models. Plus, Koppel has over $10,500 off list on other select new models. Our pre-owned truck lot is full of late model low gyms as well. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at koppelcars.com. All deals with a roof credit, 0% is standalone.
Thanks for letting me stay over while my apartment's getting painted.
No problem. Oh, bagels are done.
Is it supposed to rain today?
Let's find out.
Hey, an entire video screen just came out of your toaster.
There's a 70% chance of rain today.
More things should be built in, like the multiplier in Mega Millions from your Nebraska lottery. It's one of the new enhancements to the game, along with bigger jackpots and better odds.
Should I wear the blue or the green blouse?
Blue. It matches your eyes.
$5 Mega Millions top prize odds, 1 in 290 million.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Early break.
How to present the card.
Present your credit card or your debit card. And you're presenting generally
At first,
debit.
when you said that, I thought you were talking about your business card. And I go, so you're giving them your business card.
Oh,
Thank you. And I'm Steve Sipple from On3. And
No.
if you need to log in, do that.
You will get an occasional like
With Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershan Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershan Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Husker Hall of Famer Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Yes. We are back. Before we get into a couple of other issues and items we have up for bids, I want to talk a little bit about linebackers, University of Nebraska. Give me a top 5. No particular order. But give me a top 5 in a particular order. Come on, Bach.
Well, it's always we've had this argument before over years. Do you include a Butkus Award winner that wins linebacker of the year? That's Trev Albert, who generally rushed the presser.
No. Trev's out.
He did win Butkus Award.
Broderick Thomas is out.
Stand-up linebackers.
Yeah, I don't like no. Travis Hill out. Now, who? So now we got Middle, Sam's, Wills. Let me give you some names.
Sure.
Devontae David.
Yeah.
Got to be number 1 all time.
Yeah.
Now, this is where it gets murky. Foggy.
Probably to you. I can see underwater.
Oh, okay. Okay. So who's 2? Bach? Who's 2? Jay Foreman?
A lot of people would argue Terrell Farley.
I would too. I'm not gonna lie. I probably would pick him up number 2 after if my guy Levante was off the board. I probably would have to go and get him. I could actually handle Terrell, so I'd have him for 4 years and 2-3 All-Americans, couple Buckuses. Look out.
That's like a made-up player in Madden, ain't it?
Who would be 3? Mark Mumford?
Barrett Rude.
Now you got to argue Mark Mumford now.
Mark Mumford, Jerry Murtaugh.
Yeah, you could argue Mert.
Novak.
I can't get all the way. I can't go all the way back there. So I'm saying pre-70s. How about that?
Post-70s.
Post-70s. Because Novak was before the 70s, right? Because I think when you get there, you got to go Rich Glover and Johnny Rodgers and all them guys. So I don't know too many linebackers that can. I'm quite sure they had to have some great ones to win the championship. But I think you got to put Jay Foreman in that conversation. Carlos Polk. Ed Stewart. I like Mike Knox. I like Petco. I like a lot of guys, man, that played for Nebraska back in those days. So we're not gonna put Carl. I mean, we know we're sitting with royalties in the Hall of Fame. So I'll never be number 2 at my position, Terrell. Don't hold it against me.
I didn't say anything, sir.
Just said don't hold it against me. Yeah, some of you guys can. Stuart Bradley.
Love Stuart Bradley. I don't know if I'd put him in this.
No, not in top 5 or 10.
No.
Mike Crow, more of a DN. Yeah, you got it, but more of a DN type.
DeMario Williams was a heck of a player.
Again, though, more of a he put his hand down.
DeMario
never stood up.
He was not in the NFL as a linebacker.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was, but he was not that effective playing stand-up linebacker.
He was a hands in the ground linebacker.
He was a hands in the ground
not
linebacker
necessarily.
here.
I mean, he went on plays, but he had like 128 tackles. That's hard to get as just rushing the pass.
Listen, he would run stuff down from behind. Terrell, they used to call him the second coming of you. The dude was amazing at what he could do. But I'm saying when you have a linebacker's got to stand up. Play football. Linebacker can do it all. The Rudd, you got to count all the Rudds. Every Rudd. Tom Rudd, Bo Rudd. What's the other one?
Oh, I'd put Tom and Barrett in there. I don't know if Bo Rudd is.
I like Bo.
Not top.
Why? Tell me why you didn't like Bo.
Bo's fine. He was just.
Well, look up Bo's stats.
Okay.
Check his stats out. They both played in the league, didn't they?
Let me check here.
Both of them played in the league. I can tell you that right now. Both of them jokers played.
He was
in
a
the league.
6th round draft pick.
Yep.
Yeah. So he did play a year with the Patriots.
What did he do at Nebraska? What was his stats? Curious to know.
The honorable mention in 05, his sophomore year, is honorable mention.
No, how many tackles? I don't care about the honorable mention.
80 tackles as a sophomore.
Oh, wait. 80. Somebody else had 80. But go ahead.
65 in 06. That would have been his junior year. Then in 07. So in his total career was 216.
So
his senior year was 54.
So not bad, but you got to. I wonder what year was that? 07 was his senior year.
Yeah, which was a really bad defense.
Which would have been Callahan.
Yeah.
Oh no. Yeah. Well, I can't put him in that conversation. I was trying to get you in there, little bro, but it looks like it's just dad and your brother.
Which is disappointing. That 06 team, I know everybody just wants to group all the whole Callahan defenses in there the same. The 06 team led the nation in sacks with 50 of them, and was pretty darn good. And then that 07 team, minus Stuart Bradley, still had Corey McKeon and Bo Rude. And looked like that linebacker room was going to be solid, but that whole defense just melted down and disappeared after the USC game.
I think sometimes the type of beating that you take has an effect on the rest of the season. Right? If you take a, maybe you get hit with a lucky punch, you might be able to recover. But when you get pummeled, knocked out, splashed with water, woke back up again, and knocked back out, that's a whole different ball game. And that's what I think that defense was.
I mean, you remember the end of that? Like the end of that year was Kansas State, Colorado, Kansas.
So
it was like 73-49 and just 56-50. I mean, these games were just shootouts.
Buddy G says, Levante, what? Levante Davis. Who's Levante Davis? Did you guys hear about Brock Heward stepping down as a broadcaster?
Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I'd like Brock Heward as a broadcaster.
Let me ask you a question. Brock, why would you step down as a broadcaster? What would be one of the couple of reasons you would step down?
Just opportunities elsewhere. I know why he did. I don't know if you're going to give it away, but yeah, I mean,
would you? Well, okay. So here's the deal. He's giving it up to go coach his son.
Yeah.
In high school.
Yeah.
He's going to go be a tight ends coach. Now, I did a little bit of research. Do you know who the head coach is or the coordinator?
Where he's gone?
Yeah. The high school. Wherever the Mike something. I wrote it down, but I got to go back and find it. But he was the offensive or defensive coordinator for like New England, like 4 or 5 different pro teams.
Wow.
So I think when you have enough money, like Brock has enough money, right? You don't have to work. To be able to coach your son, is that worth giving your career up for?
Well, you can always go back to it.
Yeah, but you're only going to have one son in this time, right? And if my son is playing football and I got the opportunity to put my career on hold to teach him and to help him to probably make way more money than I made, then that's what I would do.
Yeah, and it's I mean, he's the number 2 guy at Fox, so it's not like he was just kind of doing all right there. He was their, other than Joel Klatt, he's kind of their voice of college football, or at least as far as the color commentators go. So it's a big move. And again, I say I like him as a broadcaster. He was fantastic. People remember from 2014, the Miami game. He got pretty excited because Amir Abdullah was running for 200 yards, and he kind of reinstated, this is kind of the old Nebraska that I liked. Remember in 1997, I believe that was, he was talking a lot of trash about Nebraska coming in, and Grant Wistrom knocked him out, I think, in the second quarter, and things didn't get better for Washington from there. But that was fun. I always remember that. He was talking trash pregame about Nebraska, and they made him pay for it.
Rightfully so. We got to get back to making people pay for running their mouth when it comes to us. Anyway, so just think about this. The coach's name was Mike Sanford. That name sound familiar? Played quarterback for USC, 73-76.
Okay.
And then coaching career, it'll say head coach. So head coach unless noted. These are the teams that he's been the head coach. Purdue, Notre Dame, San Diego, or UNLV, my bad, Indiana State. And now, there's a big list. I'll just show you where he's been. Long Beach State, Purdue, USC, Notre Dame, San Diego Chargers, Sanford, Utah, UNLV, Louisville, Utah State, Indiana State, Western Kentucky, Utah State. And now he is Faith Lutheran High School in Nevada. Oh, my God. He's not very good.
His career record's not very good, but it was a UNLV head coach. How cool would it be to have the ex-UNLV coach as your head coach as a high schooler in Nevada?
It'd overall be 34-73.
What is it?
That's in college. He was 34-73 in college.
34-73.
Yeah, that was his record.
Stayed a little bit too long.
Sorry. I should have saw that. Okay. Deion Sanders. Did you guys get a chance to look at that or not?
I didn't see that yet.
You didn't see the Deion Sanders gig, the deal with him and the scout. Well, we'll bring it next. We'll bring it next segment. I don't want to ruin it. I want everybody to be in on this deal.
Well, I think Shador had probably one of the best pro days in a long time. You should have seen how he was throwing the ball. And
what did he run?
I don't think he ran.
He didn't.
But it makes them question the number one pick, or who's going to get picked after Cam Ward. Now, I think Shador has solidified himself a top 3 pick with this workout he just did.
Yeah, but you got to still look at the top 3 teams.
Yeah.
Which are the Giants,
Oilers. No, who is it? Tennessee Titans. Giants,
Tennessee,
Cleveland.
I wouldn't want to go to none of them teams.
Well, you got to get Deshaun Watson out of there. Who signed with them? Who also signed with Cleveland? Bob, it was a quarterback, wasn't it?
Yeah. Let me look.
Yeah, they signed. I thought they signed a couple of quarterbacks. Cleveland did, but it doesn't matter. Do you see him going to Cleveland?
Deion says he's not stopping the process now. I mean, because he's not going to stop where he's going. He said that earlier, but I bet you he got a lot of feedback saying, hey, he'll slip all the way out the first if that happens.
Mm-hmm. I just can't see it. I don't think he wants to be there. I don't think he really wants to be there. I think he wants to be in a place like the Raiders. But I think the Raiders is going to get Travis Hunter.
No.
Why not? Why not?
They don't have the top draft pick. He'll be gone before that.
They're talking about them trading up to get him. Would you trade up to get Sanders or Travis Hunter?
No.
Bach?
I mean, he's incredible because if he's not quite doing what you want, if you put him at wide receiver, he's not quite where you want him to be. You got still one of the best prospects at cornerback. So, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't give up the farm or anything, but I could definitely see somebody trading up for him.
I would trade up for him. He's the best. He's a generational player. He's one of those dudes that you know he's destined for greatness. All you got to do is put him in position to win, and he can help you win on offense and defense and special teams. Not that he's going to do it, but he can do that. To me, he's the most phenomenal guy in this draft, and that's who I'll be looking at. I don't know. I think you've got enough veteran quarterbacks out there that I don't know if I would spend my. I don't know if I would do it. I just don't know.
Right now, they got him at the 9th pick. Shador Sanders to go to, and one mock draft they got him to go to the Saints.
Really?
Yeah.
I can't.
They have Travis Hunter going to 2 with Cleveland.
Not gonna be successful in Cleveland, unfortunately. I always think about, unless they go out and make some great acquisitions, the majority of the teams that are picking first in the NFL, they never turn around and they be the best team. Cincinnati kind of did it a little bit. No, Bob?
I mean, it's tough. It's few and far between that. We usually see the same couple of teams, Browns being one of them, at the top of the draft, because it's tough to pick the right quarterback, at least especially for them. And some of it might not be the right quarterback. It might be the wrong team. I mean, unfortunately, I'm a fan of one of those teams. The Arizona Cardinals, who I hope are getting better, and have obviously with Kyler Murray found their quarterback the last couple of years, but year in and year out, they're picking near the top, and it's just tough to succeed at bad franchises.
I don't see how. Okay, so do you think that with Russell Wilson and Jameis Winston going to the Giants, that they'll still take Shedeur Sanders?
Yeah, they'll baptize him.
Their GM said they were looking for the quarterback of the future entering this offseason. I don't think either of those guys are the quarterback of the future. So I could definitely see it.
I can see him going to the Giants then.
Yeah.
I can see that.
That'd be a crazy room on it.
Would.
What about Ashton Genty to the Raiders? I think that'd be huge for them.
I heard of some things about Dallas.
Yeah, but the Raiders picked before Dallas.
Yeah.
No way. I'm taking Ashton
Raiders
Genty.
need more help on defense, I think, than anything. You can wait another round and get another back, but just like I said, you need more firepower. That running back is not going to help you out like probably a receiver or a DB will.
So Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart, you heard of that name?
Yeah. Quarterback Ole Miss.
They talking about him sliding up to number 7 at New York Jets.
I doubt that.
What?
Yeah, I mean, that would be a meteoric rise for him. We've seen teams, specifically that one, pick Zach Wilson, long before people thought that they should have picked him, and it didn't turn out in their favor. So sometimes, you could make the surprise, but it seems like you could at least, trade down quite a bit.
See the mock draft for
to get there.
Which one you on? NFL one?
Yeah, I try to keep it to the NFL because usually they're pretty good at Chicago Bears. Who do they select in the first round? I mean, just knowing what they got last year, who do you guys think they'll select? Come on.
What pick they got?
They got the 10th pick overall. You got to think who they got at quarterback, and he didn't do bad.
Give him a tight end.
You got to get an offensive tackle. You got to get offensive linemen. You can have the best quarterback in the row. If you don't got nobody to block for him, it ain't going to matter. It's not going to matter. Dallas Cowboys. Do they go after a receiver? Don't they still have Lamb?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they go get another receiver?
I don't think they necessarily would need to, but like you said, I mean, they like to. They like to go through wide receivers here. They've been picking them in the first round last 10 years.
What does the Chiefs need to win? I mean, the Cowboys need to win. Because it don't matter to me. Seems like to me they're always just off every year.
A coach, a new owner, a quarterback. What else, Bob?
They probably could use a running back. I don't know who they're planning on throwing out there, so maybe that could be a Genty.
I don't think Genty's going to be there. There's no way Genty's there. You see the film he's putting out? Those little commercials of him running next to the vehicle? You didn't see it, did you?
Yeah.
Dude, he was like a monster.
All right, we got a hard break out here, so we gotta get up. We'll be right back here on the Captain on 93.7 The Ticket.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system.
Thanks for letting me stay over while my apartment's getting painted.
No problem. Oh, bagels are done.
Is it supposed to rain today?
Let's find out.
Hey, an entire video screen just came out of your toaster.
There's a 70% chance of rain today.
More things should be built in, like the multiplier in Mega Millions from your Nebraska lottery. It's one of the new enhancements to the game, along with bigger jackpots and better odds.
Should I wear the blue or the green blouse?
Blue. It matches your eyes.
$5 Mega Millions top prize odds, 1 in 290 million.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
Are you facing a legal problem and don't know where to turn? You need trial attorneys you can trust. Liberty Law Group's experienced trial attorneys will handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Whether you have been accused of a crime, injured in an accident, or threatened with a lawsuit, you can trust that Liberty Law will be there for you. Call for a free consultation and find out how Liberty Law can protect your rights and interests. That's 877-42-LIBERTY, 877-42-LIBERTY, or visit libertylawnebraska.com. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
Mike, the insurance company wants us to replace the roof.
Wait, what? I thought everything was fine.
Yeah, it says right here our roof is too old and they won't be able to cover us anymore.
I guess it is 15 years old. Hi, I'm Austin with Roofing Service Company. We help homeowners with their roofing and siding projects. Financing options are available, and we can get you under a new roof no time at all. If this sounds like you, visit roofingservicecompany.com. That is roofingservicecompany.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Spring sports are here and it's time to upgrade your equipment. But don't go rushing to your big box store. Play It Again Sports is your place to go for all spring sports equipment for baseball, softball, golf, and disc golf. Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And don't forget, buying from them is a great way to get new products with great discounts by also bringing in your used items for store credit or cash on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos with guacamole, sour cream, jalapenos, and more. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, 4-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green!
Fleet Feet Lincoln is excited for the upcoming spring season and the warmer temps, and they want you to get outside and be active. Fleet Feet's Fit ID process takes a free 3D image of your feet to help runners and walkers alike find comfortable tennis shoes and inserts that ease pain associated with plantar fasciitis, bunions, and more. Get back on your feet this spring with a trip to Fleet Feet, open 7 days a week at 77th and Pioneers.
If
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your county veteran service officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Back with Vershan Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio. What we got now, Bob?
I did want to ask you guys about the Cyclones, the Iowa State Cyclones, who are kind of taking over Nebraska recruiting. Iowa State adds another Nebraska recruit. Lincoln North Star defensive back Tyrell Chapman has committed to Iowa State. So congratulations to him. Always good to cheer on those from the Star City. He also had offers from K-State, Wyoming, and Northern Illinois. But Iowa State now also has Millard South wide receiver Omarion Jackson, Omaha Central athlete Caprice Keith, Elkhorn North linebacker Barry Fries, Sydney linebacker Kean Kaiser. They are also the top pick, at least projected, for Millard South quarterback Jet Tamala. And so Iowa State right now has a class that's ranked 20th, according to 24/7, with 5 of their 11 commits coming from the state of Nebraska. And as we were talking about in the break there, Vershan, that's
Wow.
good enough to call it a pipeline. This is a pipeline in Nebraska.
Pipeline. You're coming in here. Now, here's the problem. If they win with them, you got a problem. If we're winning, it ain't gonna matter. If we winning here in Nebraska, it won't matter. If you don't win, and Iowa State wins, and all those kids that's from Nebraska went to Nebraska, that's a problem.
Not really a problem because
That's the problem.
we did snatch 3 players from one team and it didn't work. So Matt Rule can only select a few every year because
the wrong 3 guys.
Well,
obviously, they were the wrong 3 guys.
At the right time, it was
They
the
were
right 3 guys.
Obviously not.
Well,
they were the wrong 3 guys. I look at that as kind of we panicked. When we didn't get Dylan, we panicked. And that opened the door for us to get Daniel Kalen. And then Daniel Kalen, in turn, opened the door for the other 2 kids. That's how I look at it. And quiet as kept, I think McMorris should have stayed put and shouldn't have left because I think he's playing running back right now at Missouri State or something like that. Not that can hurt him because he was a phenomenal running back. But you always want to be the hammer and not the nail, and it's about getting, catching balls and making plays without being hit, not taking that hit stick.
Yeah, but with how with this NIL thing now, it's going to be funny to see how we do this because how many can you take now in state with the 105?
Yeah,
is the player going to get cut every year? That's what we gotta understand what this NIL is going to do, what this new House versus NCAA is going to do, because they're going to run course with everything they're doing. They're just having a little conversation about how to get things correctly and putting caps on things. So, and that's going to mess up recruiting in every state, not just Nebraska, but in Georgia, Florida, Florida State, Miami. Those guys, those 3 schools that battle for guys in their state. We got to battle Colorado. We got to battle Iowa State. But the best for me is that you get what I don't care about rankings. You get what fits your team mode and what helps out your team, not just what they rank, what they run in the 40. Because sometimes that 40 time in high school is not the same as that 40 time when you get in college. So it's a lot different when you're there and when you're going there.
But do you understand the level of what Iowa State is doing, though? These ain't 2025 guys. It's 2026.
Yeah.
So the season ain't started yet. So they're getting these dudes to commit to them a year before they get. They can get. Who knows what they're going to do?
Commitment doesn't mean anything right about now.
I get that part, but it means something. It means something. I don't think that they would be making a big tada of them signing the top 5 guys from the state of Nebraska. Do you know what we got already committed? We got 3 guys.
Got 3, yeah.
We got 3. None of them from Nebraska. So you're going to let the best guys get out of the state of Nebraska because for whatever reason, we don't do a good job of courting these Omaha guys. And I don't know what happened, but something's going on.
Yeah, I think part of the story is the Iowa State factor, right? That it's just one team, which would be weird. Obviously, if it was Iowa, not Iowa State, I think we'd all be freaking out. So, but that is interesting that they're kind of building a pipeline. But to your point, the other part of this is of the top 10 players, according to 24/7 in Nebraska, in the state of Nebraska, 5 of those, like we said, going to Iowa State. Tamala predicted for Iowa State. Then you have an Illinois commit in Millard South offensive lineman Landon Von Segren. So of your top 10, you might land 3. Looks like tight end, Millard South tight end Isaac Jensen is a Nebraska lean. So maybe favored to get him. Omaha North defensive back Darian Jones, Nebraska lean, might get him. And the Norfolk Catholic offensive tackle Leighton Burbach, a 6'8", 255-pounder, is the other one, but I don't believe he has a Nebraska offer yet. So I could be wrong there. I've got to double check, but at least he's not leaned or predicted for Nebraska. So it's kind of interesting in two fashions, right? Where one is Iowa State clearly sees talent in the state of Nebraska and is working to make that part of their team. And then the other part of it is Nebraska is just not, you'd like to at least feel like some of those guys that you get to early would be in the state of Nebraska before they play their senior year. Nebraska's just, doesn't have anybody yet.
Well, welcome to the new world of NIL or the 105, Bach.
Yeah.
There's a lot of dude, huh?
I said it is fascinating. I know Nebraska, too, this past year had obviously more of a transfer portal recruiting focus. Might be what they're going to focus on moving forward. And that's different than what Matt Rule said coming in, but obviously he's adjusting as time goes on. And I think Nebraska does feel like more of a transfer portal focused team right now, just looking at what's happened within this state, within this recruiting class.
Well, you're right about that. They have to go to the transfer portal because if you don't, you would use that whole 8-year tenure that Matt Rule has to build his team up, and you wanna do something quick, like a Indiana, like a Florida State the year before that. You gotta start off fast in college football because if you start off slow, you're not gonna make it these days. You're not.
Tusker P says Jensen just removed us off his visit list.
Oh, that's right. I did hear that.
Well, that's not cool.
That's not good either. Yeah, he's the one of the Nebraska lanes.
That's what I'm saying. Like what? Anyway, Big Daddy Travis, tell me how will Hunter be a triple bust? You believe Hunter will be a bust, Black Shirt? No way. No way. No, it's just some certain people are.
I don't think he should go both. I think they should just either put him at a DB or a wide receiver. Because
bust. No way.
I don't see him doing that many plays in the NFL, especially with the type of hits that they lay out. I don't think his body can hold up. Especially he run against a DK Metcalf or somebody who's gonna throw his little body around. I don't think he holds up.
Okay, you know who was a lot smaller than I thought was that linebacker from Georgia.
Georgia Tech,
yeah.
Georgia Southern.
He's little.
Marquise Watson Trent.
Yeah, he's about box size. At least that's what he looked like. I could be wrong. Up close and personal, it could be. I was looking from the sideline, but he looked awfully small out there. He looked awfully small.
Well, they announced too that they're going to move Ramir Stewart, who was playing safety, to inside linebacker, and he's listed, I think, 5'11", 210. Not all that big for a linebacker.
But I kind of like him a little bit better. But I thought the Georgia linebacker was bigger than that. Maybe he just looked smaller and red.
Well, I tell you what, moving from safety to linebacker, that's a big move, especially if you don't know how to be physical in between the tackles, Bob. I mean, that's one thing I did have to learn coming up to Nebraska. I was already physical, but I had to be more physical and filling ISOs and trying to, and please your coaches. And those guys, once you move from a DB to a linebacker, you don't want to get trucked, but at the same time, you want to make good plays. But it takes some confidence, and it takes probably a year or two to get acclimated to playing linebacker.
Yeah, but I think he can do it. If you're a hard-nosed safety, you should be able to make that transition down to linebacker, especially if it's the weak side.
Well, they don't have a weak side here, really, do they?
Well, they do. They got to have a weak side. You got to have a strong side and the weak side. I just don't believe that Hunter would be a bust because if he plays both ways. I think defensive back is where I would start him, but I would have packages for Hunter to get into the game because you gonna have to put somebody on him. He gives you a different look. And so I think he's able to do it. He did it his whole entire career. You can't say all of a sudden now because he's going to the NFL that he's not going to be able to do the same things he's been doing in college. What's the difference? Everybody's bigger, faster, stronger? Well, okay. He's still a phenom. So I don't think you hamstring Travis Hunter by telling him you got to play either or. I think you give him that leeway. You make him say, okay, this is going to be my main position, but I'm also going to play some receiver as well because I think he can get it done.
Yeah, I'm not going to give you 30, 40 snaps.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe 10.
That's it.
And that's a lot.
Yeah.
You know,
and I might not even throw to you.
That's what I'm saying.
Might be my decoy.
It might be the decoy. 93.7 The Ticket. Captain Show. We'll be right back.
Are you facing a legal problem and don't know where to turn? You need trial attorneys you can trust. Liberty Law Group's experienced trial attorneys will handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Whether you have been accused of a crime, injured in an accident, or threatened with a lawsuit, you can trust that Liberty Law will be there for you. Call for a free consultation and find out how Liberty Law can protect your rights and interests. That's 877-42-LIBERTY, 877-42-LIBERTY, or visit libertylawnebraska.com. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
Your new Total Wine in Lincoln has the largest selection of wines, spirits, and beers, plus totally low prices and friendly service from our helpful guides. With over 8,000 wines, 4,500 spirits, and 2,500 beers, you're sure to find your favorites and something new. You can even order delivery, in-store, or curbside pickup. Find what you love what you find, only at Total Wine and More. Now open in Lincoln next to Gateway Mall.
Drink responsibly, B21.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Are you facing a legal problem and don't know where to turn? You need trial attorneys you can trust. Liberty Law Group's experienced trial attorneys will handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Whether you have been accused of a crime, injured in an accident, or threatened with a lawsuit, you can trust that Liberty Law will be there for you. Call for a free consultation and find out how Liberty Law can protect your rights and interests. That's 877-42-LIBERTY, 877-42-LIBERTY, or visit libertylawnebraska.com. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
Tailored Landscapes is actively preparing for spring. Things like new tree orders, getting equipment ready, and training staff to serve you the best they can. If you haven't already planned, now is the perfect time to figure out a maintenance plan for your yard. Tailored Landscapes is on the brink of spring cleanups for all their existing customers, and they have limited spots available. They trim trees and shrubs when needed and only mulch proper amounts. Give Tailored Landscapes a call at 402-432-2572 to set up a meeting with one of their designers and stop by the Tailored Life store in Bennett.
Hello, this is Mary Pat Waite. I've had the privilege of working with Lincoln families as their realtor for more than 31 years, and I'm so proud to be associated with MP Dodge Real Estate. For me, your transaction is unique in its own way. My experience allows me to bring you trusted care and a really great outcome. My NP Dodge family shares the same client focus.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy with the high around 64. Tonight, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly cloudy, the low around 45. And tomorrow, a slight chance of showers, otherwise partly sunny and breezy with the high near 72. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Vershan Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Hi, it's Joel Norman, the voice of your Lincoln Stars hockey team. Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket to hear the latest on the Stars with myself, head coach Rocky Russo, and special player guests.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back with Vershan Jackson, powered by Bauer on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the Captain Show, fastest 2 hours in radio. Last segment before Window World Wednesday, and tomorrow is staring us in the face. Bot's gonna come up with some random situations. Ready, Bot?
I'm ready.
Go.
All right, one of the biggest news surprises of the day, surprise as far as the firing of anybody, is that the Nuggets have fired Michael Malone, their head coach, who has been the head coach in Denver for 10 seasons. And obviously they won the title less than 2 years ago. So it was kind of surprising. They're 4-game losing streak right now, but they're tied for 4th in the West. There are 3 games to go until you get to the playoffs. They could win 50 games here still this season and have fired their coach. They also announced they will not extend GM Calvin Booth. So a different way of saying they're kind of moving on from that altogether.
Crazy.
Very crazy.
Yeah, crazy talk. Crazy talk. That's just too much firing and not enough. For 50 games, that's good in the NBA.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not the what's that team that won 60 games right now?
OKC, maybe?
Yeah, you're not OKC. I mean, that's good for 50 games.
Did they say why, though?
They didn't say why. It's just, I think when looking at Denver fans, they don't feel like they're functioning at full strength, right? I mean, obviously with winning championships comes championship expectations. Like I said, they're 4th right now in the West, but they're only, a half a game up on the 8th place Memphis. Now, Memphis also fired their coach a couple weeks ago, so you could have 2 playoff teams having already fired their coach with just a little bit of time for the interim coach to get ready. So very surprising. And I think it was the stat I saw with Budenholzer out and going back to the Lakers championship. I think 3 of the last 5 champions have different head coaches now. So it tells you a little bit about how important coaching is in the NBA compared to talent.
But did they say why they fired him?
I haven't seen anything about why. And that's what a lot of people are kind of wondering. Is there something more to the story? Because he's automatically going to be the top, or one of the top, I would assume the top target for any team needing a coach this offseason.
That's crazy.
All right, who's the best team in college football? Who's the most popular team in college football? Let's go. Come on. Get it out of there.
Alabama. Georgia. No, not anymore. Georgia. No, not even them.
Ohio State.
Yep.
Nope, not even them.
Dang.
Michigan.
I almost
Michigan
said
is
that.
the most popular. You got 9 categories.
What?
You go from TV viewership, attendance, StubHub ticket sales, Google searches, bet MGM, most bets on teams, things like that. But it's Michigan. Can you believe that?
I can't. I mean, I can, but I can't. I started to say Michigan just because they're a blue blood team. It's got to be a blue blood team. But because of what happened last year, I would have thought that they would have fell off the potato truck. But it sounds like they're going to get this big time quarterback, and they might be back in business next year. Go ahead, Block.
All right, so Florida, you mentioned Blue Bloods. Florida is the only school with 3 college football championships and 3 college basketball championships after their win last night. They now tie Villanova with 8th most titles all time, behind Kansas's 4, Indiana and Duke's 5, North Carolina and UConn 6, Kentucky's 8, and UCLA's 11th. Houston, by the way, has finished second now 3 times, so a little bit more heartbreak for a team that couldn't even get the shot off there at the end to try to win the game. Florida, by the way, also mustered the 3rd largest comeback in NC title game history as well. Florida, basketball or football? Blue blood neither?
Probably not in football. Going with the originals.
That's a tough one. Because are we talking last 10-year Florida, or are we talking 30-year Florida? If we're talking 30-year Florida, I'd say you got to put them there in both.
Yeah, I mean, that's where all their titles are from football or basketball. All of them come after 96. Most of them coming from 96 through 08, football and basketball side. And then, of course, last night's title as well, which is interesting because they had a big gap of successful, there's been a few good Florida teams the last 10 years, but since Billy Donovan's heyday, they weren't all that great until this year when Todd Golden, who's 39, by the way, helped muster up this roster and get them back to championship contention.
We would love to have that happen to our university. we would love to get one championship in basketball or football in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
All right. Julio Jones finally announces his retirement from the NFL.
About time.
Yeah, he just did it yesterday.
He
did it on the 8th, which was 404 day. He didn't play last year, but he played the year before that with, I think he played with the Eagles, and
nobody's paying Julio Jones that type of veteran money.
Oh no,
when they can get a rookie.
Oh no, but it's just
he's out of there.
First round Hall of Fame ballot. First round.
No.
What?
No. Too many other people out that's not there yet.
But first, what they call it?
First ballot Hall of Famer.
First ballot.
Yeah. I think he is.
Yes.
He only had one season of more than 10 touchdowns, so that's one thing that would hurt him. But as far as, he's got several NFL records, so you got to put him up there. Fastest to 7,000 career yards, most games with 250 plus yards receiving. Tied for most games with 300 yards receiving, fastest to 9,000 career receiving yards, fastest to 10,000, fastest to 11, fastest to 12, fastest to 13.
Yeah, that's first ballot.
6 consecutive seasons with 1,300 or more yards receiving. Only Torrey Holt has done that. A lot of records.
Yeah.
So I think I put him there. Also, we should announce too, as mentioned, or I shouldn't announce when we know this from earlier, but I want to get your guys' thoughts. Nebraska has added former Husker Jamarcus Lawrence out of the transfer portal. Jamarcus Lawrence played ball last year for Rhode Island, sat out a year, now coming back to Nebraska. It makes you wonder if both sides might have been better with him being here all along, right? The story obviously feels like, okay, well, he went and got more playing time and had a better experience at Rhode Island now coming back, but would have been interesting to see him stay as a Husker, but now that they add him, the team's starting to come to fruition, and it's a familiar face that we know what to expect from him. Maybe just a little bit better from last time we saw him. You hope he developed a little bit out there in Rhode Island.
You got that out pretty fast, Bach. I got one more for you, Bach. Lamar Jackson challenges Dale Earnhardt Jr. trademark claim of number 8. Woo. Kobe Bryant, number 8. Alex what's his name?
Ovechkin?
Yeah, who just broke the record of Wayne Gretzky the other night. 890-something pucks.
Bruh, let me just back up off all that stuff you're talking. Okay. Do you understand how many receivers have been snubbed?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter. Julio Jones can't get in before Sterling Sharp.
Sterling Sharp's in this year.
He got in?
Yeah.
Torrey Holt.
That's not my fault.
Reggie Wayne.
His numbers are better than that.
Steve Smith.
Steve just retired probably 2 or 3 years ago.
Steve Smith been retired.
He's been retired a while now.
Andre Johnson.
He's probably, I don't know.
Come on now.
Is Julio and better?
Come on now.
Okay, so look at the
Andre Johnson. You gonna put Julio Jones in before Andre Johnson? Megatron.
Would.
Really? Hines Ward.
Yep.
Buck, you buying it?
I would say Andre Johnson's probably compatible with him. I'd put him there. I love Hines Ward, so if it was me, speaking of blocking wide receivers, maybe the best blocking wide receiver of all time.
Steve Smith.
But yeah.
I like Hines Ward, but Steve Smith was probably the best blocking. And Quan Bolden. Is he in the conversation?
He's good. I don't know if he's quite, I don't know if he's Julio Jones.
What about Henry Ellert? You don't even know who that is, do you, Bob?
No.
Do you know who Henry Ellert is?
Yeah.
Who did he play for?
New Orleans, didn't he?
No, he didn't. He played for the Bolts.
Oh.
The Chargers.
Must wasn't that good then, huh?
Anyway, I guess that's the end of the show, Terrell.
I guess it is.
Bach, what do you got?
Yep. That'll wrap it up for the show for me. I'm just going to go over there and podcast the show so you guys can catch it if you missed it even on theticketfm.com.
Terrell?
What?
What do you got? What are you doing?
I don't know. I have a couple hours to myself.
Oh.
That's what it's called.
Good for you. Well, Captain's going back to work. Hard days are selling cars. That's what I'm going to do until about 8 or 9. Guess what? Window Wear Wednesdays tomorrow. We'll see y'all. 93.7 The Ticket. Captain Show.
It's $5.99 barbecue time. Hurry to Hog Wild for a complete barbecue meal that's only $5.99. Get a one-meat sandwich loaded with our award-winning barbecue, plus your choice of a classic side and drink for just $5.99. Upgrade your sandwich to beef brisket for just $1 more. Join us for lunch or dinner in Lincoln at 3210 Cornhusker Highway.